Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Christmas is dawning ever nearer, and if I've put this up in the correct order, this will be the last resin project before Christmas. I found a giant silicone cake mould in the shop. $2.99 I think. It was $1.99 or $2.99. I thought I've got to give him a go, haven't I? He's a huge gingerbread man. They had a Christmas tree as well, but it had no detail on it. And they had a candy cane, but it had really no detail on it. This guy has got a little bit of something that we can work with. Not that we couldn't have worked with those ones anyway. But I chose him because I wanted to make a big gingerbread man. So I'm going to do him with epoxy resin. And I'm going to try, because I haven't tried mixing nail varnish with epoxy resin before, so this is going to be a bit of an experiment as well. What I want to do is fill these grooves in with these colours that I've chosen, white, red and yellow. Let that dry completely and utterly, and then decide on whether we're just going to go for clear or if we're going to go for a bit of colour. And if we go for colour, are we going to try and make it as gingerbready coloured as possible? Or are we just going to make it a really bright colour? Or have an experiment, a further experiment and marble or something? We'll see when we get to that point. So first things first, let's decide what colour's going where. I know I don't 100% know what I want. I thought I did. I'm thinking red, maybe red and white for the bow tie. So let's get some red in here first. I'm going to try and be as tidy as possible. Looking quite tidy. I don't really know where else I want red. I can't remember if I was going to go white or red with these bits. I think perhaps white. Red for the mouth. That one's going to be a little trickier because it's such a little thin space. I'm thinking white for the eyebrows. Don't know about the buttons. Let's try and get white in those little teeny tiny eyebrows up there. It's quite tricky because I'm in, wherever I go, I'm in my own light. I just trust myself. Oh my. He's going to be, if this comes out, he's going to be a very interesting looking little guy, bless him. I think, I don't know. Red, if we go red here and then white. What to do with the buttons? We might get another colour, we'll see. Or should we just go for a complete red bow rather than going red and yellow? Let's try and get white in these bits. These bits aren't going to be as tidy as the bow. Nowhere near as tiny as the bow. Oh my goodness. I wonder if that's a better way to do it, like. That might be a better way to do it. Sometimes you just have to learn as you're going. Let's try that down here, see if that works better. Yes, that does work better, doesn't it? That's much better. Oh well. We'll know for next time we try something like this that the best way to do it is to press the mould right out. That is so much tidier, isn't it? Well, you'll see when he pops out. Do I do white across here as well, and then red, 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 yellow, yellow, and either yellow for the eyes or a different colour? Yeah, we're doing it. We're going to say that we're done with the white. I think I'll have to put the yellow in when the red has dried. Otherwise I'm going to drag it back out. Is it dry enough? Because I'm itching. I'm itching. I have to remember, patience paid off last time. Let's just... we can get a little bit in there, can't we? Should we just go yellow for the eyes, keep it nice and clean? I think when I cure this, I'm going to have to do that to try and keep... mind you, the weight of the resin should... I don't want it to also... he's got like Popeye style arms. We'll keep it simple. We'll go yellow for the eyes as well. Right. This is where I am going to be patient, because I am not putting any resin in here until this is above and beyond dry. I don't mind if we're a little sketchy with our lines, but I want the actual resin process itself to work. So we'll flash forward to this being completely and utterly dry, and we'll have the resin station built up. Okay, I was chatting to myself, doing the stirring, saying and flashing forward, doing the mixing. I used orange red and 7 drops of white. Have this beautiful colour here. Looked up, black screen. I can't do all this again. The position of my light, the ring that you see there, I have moved because this has happened to me so much lately. I thought it was the batteries going. It was not the batteries going. I've since replaced them. It's because the light happened to be positioned at just the right angle to block where I push record. So there's a portion of the video gone. Here's a little look-see. Not a lot to see. Our gingerbread man is full. He is a lovely colour. I'm going to have to just go and let him cure now. I have since it's winter. Last time I did epoxy resin, I let it cure naturally and I had such a better result. But it was in the summer, so I didn't have to worry about the temperature. So I've got the heat mat out, but I've got it down really low. So I'm hoping that won't do anything funny with the colour, because it's on really low. So fingers crossed. And also fingers crossed I can get this finished by the end of the day, because I'm running out of time and I'm on nights tonight. So I have to get this done. So please, be good. Alright, our gingerbread man is dry, cured. Let's see if the nail varnish worked. Now, I've tried this with UV resin in the past, and it did work as long as I allowed it to dry. Get these little nuggets out of here. But I haven't tried it. This is the first time trying it with epoxy, so it should work. I did allow it to dry fully so it wouldn't react. Let's get him out and see. It's looking good. No nail varnish left in the mould. Oh my goodness! Check him out! How cool is he? Oh my goodness! Let me put that over there, otherwise I won't be able to help but start picking bits. That is so cool! I actually like the fact, because I didn't think about it when I was doing it, but this is something that I do know. It has sunk in. I just don't always think about it in the excitement of getting on with something. Because this is a matte mould, it's not like a gloss, shiny, finished mould. I knew I wouldn't get that transparent. I knew I'd get a frosted look. But I actually like that with the gingerbread man. It works. I still couldn't help myself but start picking these bits out, could I? There isn't a drop of nail varnish left in the mould. It has all taken to the resin, which is fantastic. He came out of here nice and easy. You wouldn't be able to buy a mould that's officially a silicone mould that is officially for resin this big for as cheap as I picked it up. That's for all of you out there who are UK viewers. Home bargains. Like I say, I can't remember. I'll have to check, and if I remember to do so, I'll put it in the description. It was either £1.99 or £2.99. Either way, that is such a bargain for a mould that big. And look, our result. Oh, this is so cool. We'll get up close in a second, but you can see where I got some finesse. I worked out how here, well, all up here and here, I hadn't quite worked out how the best way to put the nail varnish in that mould was. And then down here I worked it out, so there's quite a difference. But that's okay, I love him all the same. He's so cool, look at our giant gingerbread man. And he is level. He is flat. He is looking bubble free. I don't see any bubbles. There might be like the odd little surface dimple on the back, but I don't mind that. You can see as well where he's got like a little skeleton going on here, where some of the white pooled into the middle. Oh my goodness. I can't believe how well that worked. We have a giant resin gingerbread man. Let's get in there close. Check him out. How cool is our gingerbread man? He is so cool. So obviously no issue with putting the red in. I got over eager with putting, if I'd have waited completely for the red to dry, then we wouldn't have this tiny little bit of yellow seeping in there. But that's fine. So no issue with putting the red in. Not really. Even up here. And the yellow. This is where I first put the white in. And you can see it's run over because I hadn't worked out the best way. Same for up here. There's a bit of run over. And over here. But then down here, look at how tidy these lines are. That's where I worked out, you know, it's a learning process. A lot of the times it's like a learning curve. If I push the mould, let's get the mould over. If I did this and pushed it right out, I could fill it in there without smudging over the top. So next time I do anything like this, I'll know that's the best way to get the best result. Look at him. He is so cool. I love my pig. I keep saying look at him. I love my pig. There's his skeleton. And that was a really good colour to choose. I weren't too sure at the time because it's a red orange. So I'm guessing it's meant to be a variant of like a chameleon. Because it was called red orange. It wasn't like, you know, a red shade of orange. Or perhaps it was. But that came out like the perfect colour for a gingerbread man. So I'm glad all I added was like a touch of white to it. As you can see where it's pulled in a little bit there. Hold it up so the light doesn't shine on it. So anybody looking for a gingerbread man colour, that mica powder, red orange mica powder, gives you this. Well, this, if you have a matte mould, it would be this, which would be more, well, it's coming up yellow on the camera, but in person it's not so yellow. It's still like a tint, a slight orange. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. As you can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm so excited and so pleased with this result. Oh, next year we'll be coming back to him. And I'll be keeping my eyes out for any more moulds like this. So we can perhaps make him a family. Well, let me know what you think. Do you are you as pleased with this result as I am? He is so cool. I'm glad we went with the colours that we did in the end. Maybe it would have worked, because I was thinking, well, I was concerned that if I went black anywhere, it'd be, I weren't too sure at that point in time what colour. I knew I was going to try and make him gingerbread colour, but I didn't know if it was going to come out too dark. And then the black wouldn't have been obvious enough. But again, when I revisit him next year, I will try black. I'll go with the same colour, the red orange mica powder, but I will put black in some of these points, knowing that it will stand out well enough. But yeah. Has he given you any ideas? Definitely worth keeping an eye out for these. They're silicone baking moulds. I think this one in particular was like a Jane Asher range. I've no idea how much they are if you were to buy them. So I'd imagine she'd have like an online store or like in the supermarkets. It's going to be way more expensive than Home Bargains. Home Bargains is the place to find deals. Always worth a look in there, and not just down the kids aisle, it's worth checking out the baking aisle too. So yeah, I'm pleased with him. I hope you are too. I hope he's given you some ideas. Maybe you'll even run out and see if you can grab one of these, make yourself some forever gingerbread men. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you some ideas. I'll say, if not, just simply enjoyed it. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.